Well, welcome to the post-show debrief. Glad you're with us. Quite a show. I mean, we had Peter Butel, one of the leading oil analysts in the country, very simply saying this is a speculative bubble on the part of, in the trading pits, whether they're in Rotterdam or New York or Chicago, wherever they may be, and that tapping into the strategic petroleum reserves is not a solution. It's been demonstrated not to be. There's no disruption in supply or shortage of supply. This is a pure run-up and a speculative bubble in crude oil, and it has to be stopped, and the president has to step up and actually lead on this issue. You would think he would be a little eager to do so. We also talked with K.T. McFarland about the just massive shortcomings that form this country's foreign policy, whether it's Libya, whether it's Egypt, whether it's Bahrain, Tunisia, you name it. This administration has been behind the curve in decision-making and enunciating a purpose and a strategy for the region. And it goes on in the case of Libya. The United States not exactly showering itself with distinction in foreign policy under this administration. It seems to be something of a shortcoming on the part of recent American presidents, doesn't it? And Joe Williams, White House Bureau Chief for Politico, talking about all that the administration is contending with, whether it be a backlash in his own party against the trial balloons that have been floated by the Obama White House for military intervention in Libya, whether it is this president's failure to lead on the issue of the national debt or cutting this current year's federal budget. It's astonishing. Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia saying, where is the leadership? And the truth is the entire nation is asking the very same question. Talking with Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann today. Following the Congressional Research Bureau's and the Heritage Foundation's analysis of the Obamacare law. Think about it, how long it's been since that's been a law, and now just discovering $105 billion buried within the pages of Obamacare, $105 billion that nobody knew a thing about. That's the level of integrity that this administration, Speaker Pelosi, and Senate Majority Leader Reid brought to their task as leaders on Obamacare. Absolutely stunning, disappointing, actually nauseating to think that was the quality of leadership that led us to Obamacare. No wonder so many people are working so hard to get it repealed. Thanks for being with us for the post-show debrief. As they say, well, actually, before I say what they say, be sure to watch me on tonight's edition of The Good Wife. I'm guest starring in tonight's edition, 10 p.m. Eastern, of The Good Wife on CBS. Now, as they say, see you next on the radio. That would be right after The Good Wife.